1 plus 1 plus 1. 1 times 1 times 1. 3 times 1, 3 times 4, 3 times 7. 3, 12, 21. Luck. 147 comes in order. 147 comes in order. 258 comes in order. 369 becomes 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9. 27 equals to 36. 1 times 3, 1 times 3 is 12, and 7. 3 and 4, 3 by 4 is 12. 3 plus 4 is 7. 19, 10 and 9, 0, 9, 0, 1, 16, 69. This becomes 85. 8 and 5 creates the blue world. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 and 3 is 6, makes it perfect. 5 and 2 is 7. 7 goes with 10. And 6 goes with 9. It becomes 6, 9, and 7, 10. It becomes 17 and 15 equals to 32. Number 32, create the A and I. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2 equals to 5 and 6. It's part of 5 and 6, A and E and F, 5 and 6 are the same thing. They're both connected one away from 5. Why did this TV seem to just change color on me? We're going to take it one step lower. 19, 0 equals 60 equals 79. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 plus 9 is 16. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 will equal 67. This will now equal the AC world. The AC world taking a bite out of this. Number 5 is in this center. Number 5 is taking a bite out from each corner. Or the 5 bites out each corner where the sharks come in from the center. They flood the area, if you want to say. 67 will equal 55, which is 1/2. 55, 55, 110, the Twin Tower. It will create C&E, Electric Company, Earth, and the E world, electronic world. 5 and 6 is inside 6 and 7. This will equal to 10. Why does this equal to 10? 7 and 0, 6 and 1 equal to the 77th gate. Your 10 and your 9, your A and I come together. Isis, the eye within. It's an eye. You ever look at the moon? It's an eye. It opens up. That's why it's tilted the way it is. 6 by 3 is 18. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 back into the birth becomes 0, 9. Becomes 69, 79, 87. 8 and 7. 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 equals 0 equals 10 again. Should I do that again? 0, 9 equals 69. 79 and 8 is 87. The 15th letter, 8 and 7 is 15, in between 9 and 6. 87. 87, the 8 and the 6 are a reflection of each other on the cube. The two cubes. 6 and 2 will make 8. The opposite of 6 is 1. The opposite of 2 is 5. 5 and 1 will make 6 and 8. The opposite of the dice. 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 and 0 create your 10. 10 inside your 9. What does 27 make? It makes creation. Your two worlds come together to build your 3 by 3, your 9. 7 times 2 is 14, the letter N. 7 plus 2 is 9, the movement of I. These are the lightning strips, the bolts that are coming through, and they're linked as they're moving. And matrix comes like the rain. The rain is falling in my head. Purple rain talks about your purple heart, the mixture between the blue and the red. 27 becomes 14 and 9 equals to number 23, and now 23 Aleph. Like 1 and 5, now A, E, and E, I is now also E, F. 5 and 6. 5 and 6. 1 equals 6. 5 is like 7. 5 is like 7. All these dice will say 5 except for the 6 dice. That's why 5 is like 7. 5 gets 2 becomes 7, and 5 is in the center world. Now we're going to bring this out. 3:15 is 15:15. It's 195 minutes, and it's 915 minutes. 915 minutes is 2115 minutes in time. 555 minutes, 555. 555 is 5 hours, is 355 minutes. This 555 becomes 355. Let's do it again. 5 hours times 60 is 300. 355 minutes, 355, 353. 3 by 5 is 15. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 and 15, number 23. This says the ace cat, and now it creates to number 72. 27, red, brown, all beginning by 1, 1, and 1. Plus or minus. This is the late time. It says, where are you at? This is the cube. This is the egg. A and E, A and B. A and B is just a corner. A and B, A and E. 720 cannot be created by 720. It must be 4 by 60. In the last week, there is no more last week. It's the countdown. When the countdown ends, it ends two things. It ends the first part of the week and the second part of the week. But when you go into a playoff game and both teams have 3 wins, the 4th win will count for who moves on to the next round, not the next square. Over here in baseball, you have 3 balls. The next pitch that counts will count for a 4th ball and put you on base. So it has 2 things that happen. One, it becomes a ball. The other one, it puts you on base. One, you win the 4th game. One, it gets you out of the round. That's why we don't count it this way. We count it this way and this way. 3 and 1. The same way we count 4 and 1, we count 3 and 1. In time, it's 7:20. We have to count 1 part of the day. We have to count 2 parts of the days and 1 part of the day that brought half the day to end. Here's 3 parts of the day, 4, 4, and 4. Or do we have to turn it this way? 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9, 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. And then the last one, it's the last 3 hours that count. So we get 9 hours and 3 hours. 9 and 3 says sky. 9 and 3 says ciel. It says to see in the sky. 9 and 3 says the oxidized sky because it creates the O and the X and the R and the U and the S and the T. The spirit is in the oxidized sky because those letter initials I gave you all say 3 and 9, 3 and 9, 3 and 9. 3 and 9 also stands for the eye in the sky. And the 7th inning stretch where there's 18 outs and 21 outs saying I am directly in the middle of the sky. Now, if numbers don't count, this is what counts because I just told you the story of these numbers. The letters are O and U, and in French it says where are you? I'm in the sky. Here's the end of that 155. Where were we going to end that? This was to be 1281. Venus AC in the sky. Venus holds on to one side and the other side, and she shoots somehow or shoots out of Jupiter, but it seems like it's shooting. Venus connects to Earth and Mercury and shoots into Jupiter. That's the way I see it. So we understood on this side, it was 4 parts of 3 making 12. Here it's 3 parts of 4, but it's 3 parts of 3 and 1, 1, 1, 1. Here it's 4 parts, 4 parts, 4 parts, 4. It makes 12. And then 1 hour brings you into the next part of the day, makes 13. And then 9 hours becomes 1, 3, 9. And this one says the spirit is in the sky. Here, you're going for the last game. Here is the completion. You win the quarterfinals. You win the semifinals. You win the Stanley Cup. Everything else is preliminary. Here's your 1 and 4. And your 3 and 2. Your 4 are on the outside. 1 is in the center, but you're connecting 1, 1, and 1, 3. With 2 open, because once you connect the top and the bottom, you weave it. You weave this one to this one and this one to this one. Once you weave those 2, once you weave the 2, the circuitry goes all the way around. Is it a split? Because sometimes there's a split. I'll show you what I mean by a split. Is this one ties up to this one? And this one ties up to this one, and this one ties up to this one, and this one ties up to this one, and now we go around. We can't tie it direct. We have to tie it to the second ring. And then we run this ring all the way to that ring, and now There's an empty space in the middle. We can now run this string in. We have to connect it together. That's why this corner and this corner are not the same as this corner and this corner. Neither it is at this end on this end. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you. I hope I made it quite clear what it is. If there's a misunderstanding, it can't be a misunderstanding. Anyways, this is the result here was 27. The result here was 6 and 7. This is 13. This here is 13. This is 9. It doesn't pass it. I don't have to reduce it. This stays under. It stays at 13. I can leave it at 67. But this number is 1 and 0. 10 to the 7 world. 10. This one to the 7 world is 5 and 0. 10 and 50. So there's many ways to look at that. And the other thing about 10 and 50 is, now that I just saw that, 10 and 50 is where it starts. It starts off at the beginning. I have to, here. The hand of God, 210. 210 is a 1 to 9 shot. It's A and I. It's the minimum payout you can have when you make a wager for a 2 to 1 bet, is a nickel. So you need, the nickel brings you life. And then you go all the way up to the top. You see where I caught the two sides, 10 and 50? I go up the hand of God, the hand of God, the hand of God, 105, 105, 105. Or 165, 165, 165, which is 495, creation of Neptune and Mars. Here becomes 1050, becomes 1656, becomes 72, becomes the clock within itself. That number will become the clock within itself. 10 and 50. Where is that number? Ten and 50 is because it's B. 7 is G, so that'll be 0, and AG and BG, which will be 5, 0, and this will be FG, and this will be FG, this will be 1, 0. So this is 5, 0. This is 1, 0. The other one we're missing now is H. H is also valued as 1. F and H, 6 and 8. The opposite of 3, 3 is 4, 4. So 6 and 8 are the opposite of each other. They have the same payouts of 7 to 6. H and F are exactly the same. H and F equal to 1 and 1. One is -1, one is +1, both getting to the 7th gate. And then B and G, no, B and I getting to G, which says big, right, equals to 2 and 2, 6 and 8. Okay, here. When I want to bring I to the 7th gate, I minus it 2. Therefore, B and I will be 2 and 2. At the same time, E. E, B and E, with E inside B equaling to 7. E, the 5th letter, getting to the 7th gate is 2. B is number 2. What's your revelation? So what is E and I? Equals B. E and I equals 14 equals N equals 28 equals to the moon. Canadians sing it in a P, okay? But I think they're actually looking at this. Get this, the 6th and the 8th letter. Take away 1, add 1 is 77. The E is the fifth letter. Bring it to the 7th letter, G. Big. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.